What's up again, YouTube? It's Slow Python V1, and this is the first episode of On the Stand. Today we're looking at James. James the 10 speed, actually 12 speed. This is my insert 1980s year, because I don't know yet, Miata 110. It's a very nice Japanese bike. I did a little talk in my last video about it. It's in very good condition for how old it is. This thing had to be kept in an attic for its entire life. I think it was ridden once. This can't have more than 50 miles on it. I'm going to be honest with you. It's insane how good this bike was kept. And it's such a treat, just such a treat to have it here in my apartment with my 7 other bikes. I love it. It's right at home. Okay. I mean, look, I got a Fuji right here. It's the same era. That's like a 73 right there. I just love these things. But anyway, this is my third one. I got a red one from Schwinn. I got the green one from Fuji. Now I got a blue one from Miata. And of course, third time's the charm, because this thing is in mint condition. Everything works. Everything works. So why is she on the stand, you might ask? Well, from my last video, you saw the tires were rotted. They were done. The brake pads they left stuff to be desired. Anyway, so I took it for a ride. I put some new tires on it that I had, which are still actually old. They came with that Fuji there. I have no idea how old they are. They look like modern Bell tires from like Walmart or something, but they're not great. So I took it on a ride. The wheels are very true. The rear needs like a little bit of a tweak maybe, but I think it's all right. Bearings are all beautiful except for the crank set, which I just tightened up that side of the bottom bracket there a little bit. So hopefully the little bit of crank noise I heard on my short test run around the block is fine. Also, she got really dirty from that test run. It was raining out, so I had to do it anyway, though, you know. But anyway, I just want to show you something. That's the only rust. That's like the only rust on this entire bike is these 2 screw heads here. And like, you know, some of these other screw heads. But other than that, this thing's such a treat. So today we're going to do a little work on it. I put some new handlebars on, as you can see. And I also did some new brake levers and what are these called? Lines. Yeah, I speak English. Brake lines. Because I figured I'm already pulling the handlebars off. And I had to put a quill stem conversion in here because these old school stems are like a one piece. And they've got a little wedge nut in the bottom, so when you tighten that, it pulls it into the steer tube from the fork, and then it tightens it, right? Well, these you have to, if you want to put a modern handlebar setup like this on there, you have to get an adapter, which I have like a couple of. So we slap that in there, put on a stem that's way too long. I mean, that's 4 fingers, you know. This is 100 millimeters. I couldn't get a good fit on this bike. I was also using the original seat post, which was too short, that nice forged aluminum one. Well, it's sad that it's too short for me because I cannot use it. It's also very heavy, so I put in this Origin 8 brand new aluminum seat post, and this thing's nice. It's 400 millimeters, so it's like down into here probably, and it's very sturdy. I like it. It's lighter, so that's cool. I pulled the kickstand off as well, so, you know, weight reduction, bro. This thing's probably right spot on with my Poseidon now. I weighed it in at like 26.5 pounds, and I'm pretty sure after pulling the kickstand, the original bars, the original stem, and all, you know, on all that, the original seat post, I think it's a little bit lighter now, which is really cool. We might have a little competition video with the Poseidon there. I might do a little sprint with both of these and see how the performance is comparable, you know, because this is about the same. They're both mid-range bikes from their era. So the Poseidon's a mid-range bike from now, you know, and this is a mid-range bike from the 80s, and I think they're very comparable. So we'll have to check that out. You know, that'll probably be another video. Today we're going to do some work because, as I said, this is on the stand. So I already pulled the seat post and changed that out. I had to shim it because I didn't have the exact size. This is like a 26.8 millimeter diameter tube, and this is a 26.45 millimeter seat post, something like that. So it's just a hair off. So I had a soda can. I just cut it up and put it in there. Actually, it's an Arizona can, if you care. And then I had to space the bolt back here so that it could actually clamp down just a little bit tighter. So now that's on there. That's set. It's at the height that I needed, hopefully. I really don't like these thick pedals, but they are fused on here. I cannot get these off. So if the bearings end up being no good, then I'll just swap the whole crank set. We'll keep the 2 chain rings, obviously, but I have a brand new forged aluminum crank set that's all polished up that I spent a lot of time polishing, so we might put that on here next. I'll probably save a little bit of weight too because I think it's lighter. And these pedals are they're rusted on the inside, so I wish I could get them off. But anyway, the original chain is still brand new, I think, so I'm going to run that a little more along with the shifter. Although I think a modern shifter and a modern chain would do this bike a lot of justice. So we'll see about that. Also, maybe one day we'll see about new wheels for it or attempting to clean up these a little bit. So anyway, let me mount my camera on my little chest mount here and grab a tool or two, and I will pluck the handlebars off because I need to, or pluck the stem off because I need to change that. And then we'll do the brakes. And okay, so got my wrenches, got the new stem. Look, I even found 2 rainbow anodized bolts. Wow. How special. What a treat. Let's put those in. Actually, I'm going to set those to the side so I don't friggin' drop them. Because your boy here was born with butterfingers instead of hands. They look like hands, but these are butterfingers. Don't mistake in that. Alright. Let's undo a thing. See, look. See? Butterfingers. See, there goes one now. Alright, that's, okay, that's done. Here, is this the same? No, it wouldn't be the same bolt. That's why I had the Allen wrench in there. Alright, let's get this bad boy out of here. So, I just, don't try to look through the camera. This is what you're doing. Alright. Well, I right here. I just show someone doing sometimes because I want to see stuff on occasionally. I'm hard to learn by just doing stuff you don't have any visual what you're doing. So that's on there. Okay, put that back in there. Oh, I guess I should. Yeah, we have to put that on there first. There's a way you're supposed to do this. Sorry if I'm not describing it very well, but anyway. We got to mount our stem into the quill. We put our spacers on. These aren't required for this sort of setup. These are only required for like a press fit threadless headset. Sorry, threadless headset. This is a threaded one, so normally your fork could fall out through certain headsets when you can disassemble them like this, but these old school ones are just bolted on because we used to know how to build stuff back in the day. Not anymore, unfortunately. And I think that's why I like these classic bikes so much. I'm the same with cars too. I mean, I own a 91 Oldsmobile Cutlass, and like I can't see myself driving anything else. I wouldn't want to drive anything else. Like, what would you rather drive? Like, just older stuff is made better. I don't know what to say. Pretty sure a lot of people would agree with me on that. Looks like I don't have any stem bolts in here, so we will just take them from this, which is probably what I did in the first place. Let's undo them. Oi mates, check it out. I found 4 more bolts, exactly the right size for the stem cap. So now I can use the 2 rainbow bolts on here. Isn't that nice? Now they don't look out of place. Cool. So let's, oh yeah, those are a smaller Allen key. Wah, wah. Now I gotta find that. Bam, we got it. Alright, let's tighten this bad boy up now. Okay, technical difficulties have been wiped clean. Anyway, sorry about that. I just didn't want to sit here fiddling with that for 10 more minutes. I was already kind of doing that. So we're just going to finish tightening the stem here. I think we're good. Other than that, this thing just needs some bar tape, I think. I don't have any on me, so I'm just going to wait until I decide if I'm keeping these handlebars or not. I'm just going to leave them like this. I'm not going to flip them any other way or do nothing. I think this is okay, honestly. This is, you can hold it like that. Grab the brakes. I do need to angle these in a little bit, I think. So we'll see We'll see about that. Because the way my wrists were sitting on it, I think they need to be angled inwards just a tad. So, I'll muscle them in. There we go. A little bit of on that side. I dropped a wrench. Don't mind that. Anyway, Butterfingers, like I said. Slow Butterfingers V1 back at you with the bike video. Alright, anyway. What else? That's all tightened. I think that's good. I know it's a little awkward if you like. It looks a little awkward if you know what bikes normally look like, just because of the extension on the stem there. But it's fine. I mean, I have really long legs and long arms, but a short torso. I'm like an alien. I don't know what to say. This bike is maybe one size too small for me. Like if the head tube was just like a little more, it'd be great. But I'm not complaining because it is still the right frame size for me. So between the cranks and my hips, it's still fine. That's the part you got to worry about. You can do pretty much anything to the handlebars to make them fit. You just really need to worry about that. You can't really change the length of your legs. I mean, no. Oh, I'm silly. We need to change brake pads. Let me grab another wrench and some brake pads. I would like to take this moment to thank the engineers of yesteryears for just not using these stupid frigging Allen heads, dude. I hate Allen keys so much. Hex keys, Torx, whatever you call them. I hate them so much. You have no idea. Look at this one. Look, this one's twisted because of how bad they are. Like, I actually twisted it and stripped the top of it off already. So I was using this side. Now it's jammed into this bolt. And these things strip out all the time too. If you don't put enough force into a hex nut when you're torquing it down, they strip. Garbage now. But the old brakes on these bikes and a lot of old designs always just used a simple nut. Like, why do you change it when it works? People reinventing the wheel. This is why I love old stuff. Because it works. It just works. Okay? Alright. So, I had some new brake pads. I had four matching like this, but the other two were very unevenly worn. Like they were crisscross. They were unevenly worn, and I didn't want to use them on the brake surface because they just didn't seem right. So these two are smooth. They're not uneven, and I have these two. So the logic in my brain wants to put the longer pads on the front because more of the weight transfer goes into the front when you're braking. So we'll put the little ones on the back, and we'll put these on the front, which should work good because the rear brakes were really spongy feeling. So hopefully the bigger pads will get rid of that. We'll see. Well, thicker pads. Sorry. Anyway, let me slap these on there really quick. So, alright, so I got the rear brakes installed, but I want to show you a little tip really quick. When you're doing the brake pads on one of these things, if you get two wrenches, and you get one around the brake pad like this. You get one around the brake pad like that, and then you can tighten it without it rotating on you, because you really want to torque these down, because you don't want the brake pad coming loose when you're under hard braking, because then it's going to jam into the tire, and that could be catastrophic on a front wheel. Could be catastrophic on any wheel. You don't want the brake pad to jam into the tire. So, also you can adjust it with the wrench while you're doing this, so you can kind of like match it up with the rim. Make sure you got an even braking surface across the whole pad. I just think that's a nice little tip if you're ever doing some maintenance on your bike. Okay, the brakes are on. They're adjusted. Front and rear seem good. The rear wheel is actually just a little bit out of true, so it does rub on the brake pads, but that'll go away after I use them a couple of times. I went ahead and taped up the handlebars really quick off camera. Just to cover up the bare aluminum here from where I cut the handlebars off. and we put a little cap in there too. And just so there's like a little bit extra something to actually hold, because I noticed these handlebars were a little too skinny. Like I'm a little more comfortable holding them here, and as you can see, it's like a lot wider. So I tried to kind of wrap some tape around this until it was a little wider. So hopefully that's more comfortable. But yeah, I think we're good. Looks like this thing's ready to ride. I guess we'll be doing that next. It might be in this video, but if not, don't forget to leave a comment if you liked the video or if you learned something. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button as well. Kind of goes along with that. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my little bike restoration here. We'll see how she performs out on the road, and then we'll see how she performs against a brand new bike. Thanks for watching.